the real size though.
What if you were just trying to prank? Yeah, that looks better. Just prank me to make me look like.
Yeah, make it so you're zoomed in all the way, basically.
It's like when we have guests on and the camera angle makes you look freaking huge.
Dude, it's really crazy because every one that I've watched, we look tiny.
Yeah, because
we're always
so
just
far
like sitting over here, especially me. I feel like I'm always like sitting like this, and
I do that on purpose so we look small.
so when people see us in real life, they're like, "That's a huge bitch." we need that drop on.
Yeah, we used to have that somewhere.
Oh, maybe it's on the
Yeah, it's on the Zoom.
The Zoom.
Yeah, well, our heads look similar sizes there.
Yeah,
similar enough.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, we're Gucci gang. Ah.
Dude, wow. All right, this is
What
Mayfield, right?
Yeah. What are you chewing on?
Dude, sounds like he's got a fucking Lego or something. Jumbo-sized Lego.
Dude, he's got a freaking wire nut. You're a wire nut, bro. That's what you are.
You're a regular old, what do they call those?
Son of a bitch.
The gremlins.
Yeah.
The gremlins that would get in the mechanics of the war planes.
Yeah. You're breaking.
There's a very old cartoon about a gremlin in a plane. I feel like it's a pretty notable, like, historical cartoon. But I remember watching it.
Garfield?
No, it's like a short. It's like a one-time segment. It's like maybe 10 minutes long or something.
Okay, yeah.
And it's like a little gremlin. He's in the plane. He's getting all up to all kinds of hijinks. But it's like it looks old as hell.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, look this up because I haven't seen it in a long time.
Steamboat Willie kind of vibe.
Yeah, like it's Steamboat Willie level cultural significance, I think.
It's kind of crazy he made a cartoon and then was like, that was successful. I'm making a park.
Well, I think there was probably some steps in between.
There's a lot of steps.
But it is funny that the characters like do you know the clown? Not Bozo. There's another clown that's like very famous.
For Walt Disney?
His name's like Popo or something. I don't think it's but it's like another like 30s
I'm not a big clown guy. I know I look like one, but I'm not a big clown guy.
Vintage
well, that's another
cartoon.
Halloween idea I have is we could do Jokers. We could be Jokers. Just 2 Joker costumes.
That would be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Which Joker? This is the gremlin in the cartoon, by the way. Maybe it's not as old as I think.
It looks old.
It's also a terrible photo.
It looks
It's
like
straight
alien.
up. It's like 9 pixels by. Whoa. Yeah, I had 2 VHS tapes that were Warner Brothers cartoons, and each of them was 5 hours long.
Warner Brothers.
Well, I guess not each tape, each like set of tapes was 5 hours long, and I'll just watch them all the time
on repeat. I feel like.
And now, fucking look at me.
Brother? You got
That's
that?
the first time you ever came on my side.
Yeah, he's warming up, dude. He's exploring. He's 2 months into his residency here. Yeah, he's not an upper.
2 months.
I think about 2 months. I think he's about 7.5 now, and he's shitting again. Did I tell you? I was telling you about that on the. Did I get to that on the Patreon?
He wasn't shitting?
Yeah, I meant to say this on the Patreon. He wasn't shitting. He was just kind of walking around like he wanted to shit, but nothing was coming out. I was like, dude, what did you eat? Took him to the vet. It cost me $1 billion, and they were just like, sometimes dogs do that. I'm like, here, feed him some food, this type of food. But he's shitting again. I think I overreacted. But
well, how long was he not shitting?
I didn't see him shit for like 2 days, and I was like, dude, dog, 2 hours. He's not shitting.
Dude, next time you might need to just stick your finger out there and.
The vet did stick, the finger up there and was like, no stool in there. I was like, huh. He just wasn't producing.
Huh.
But dude, my dude be shitting again, dude.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you got the cork out or whatever.
Yeah, one of us is regular. That's all that matters.
Fuck. I had something to say and I forgot.
Gremlins.
No, it wasn't about that. It was involved with the dog shitting. That's what it was. We
Mm-hmm.
took the kitten to the vet for the first time, and the fucking doctor scared the shit out of me.
Really?
But he was just like I'm glad that he said it, but he was like, one thing to look for in male cats, it would be he's like, this would be my number one concern for male cats.
If they're too beta.
He was like, if you notice them not being able to pee, which seems like it would be a red flag to anybody.
Yeah.
But I guess they can get like a mucus plug in their penis, and it blocks them and basically backs up their entire like urine. So basically, when they try to piss, it just goes back into their body.
That's bad.
Yeah, it can like rupture their bladder, all this shit. And I was just like, dude, oh my God. And like, I guess if it gets really bad, and basically he was like, there comes a point where if this becomes an ongoing problem, they suggest that you just cut the cat's penis off. Not yourself. You get like surgery. Yeah. But I'm like.
So he's a vagina then?
Well, just no penis. I don't know if it creates a hole that you can.
So he's like Reek from the Game of Thrones.
Yes. No penis. But he was like, I mean, domestic cats, especially if they're neutered, like they're not doing anything with it anyway. And the quality of life for them is going to be so much better. They're going to be able to pee. Like the mucus plug won't really be an issue. True. So every male cat I get, I'm just setting up the appointments. Yeah. Lop it off. I don't want the worry.
Yeah, I guess as a cat, that's okay. You're not really fucking if you don't got balls.
Not really. Yeah. Well, the little guy still got them. We scheduled the neutering. Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. Luckily, he came already neutered.
But the vet was impressed. He was like, both of his testicles are external. I guess with some cats, they're either internal or one. I think often one is internal.
So it's like a belly button? You get like an innie or an outie?
I guess so. But it's much easier. He was like, oh, this is going to be, his neutering surgery is going to be like, yeah.
Yes. Can't wait to get those balls.
He was definitely like, and honestly, they're nice little nuts. They're nice little nuts. I'm going to be sad to see him go.
He's going to wear them around his necklace, like as a necklace.
I'm going to wear them around mine.
Yeah, you should. Can I keep those?
It'll be like a lucky rabbit's foot. People are like, what do you got there? I'm like, my kitten's testicles. The doctor was raving about him. I'm very proud of them.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, we got to talk about.
Yeah.
Well, this might take. Do you have anything that you want to talk about?
I got nothing.
Okay, dude, the fucking prisoner, man.
The Westchester prisoner,
dude. This is like.
Has it consumed you a little bit?
Not me at all. I don't give a fuck. But every time I talk to my parents, it consumes regular people.
Oh, because it's kind of like flowing right over my head. I saw the video of him escaping from jail, and I was like, oh, that's cool. He escaped from jail. That's sweet.
That's the thing. Everyone should be like rooting this guy on. I know that he's a murderer, and that's why
his wife 7 times. Whatever.
You know what? I never met the gal. Maybe she was a real fucking handful.
Hey, maybe he was framed.
Fellas, as a married guy, I gotta tell you, sometimes I wish I was the. What do we got there?
Like a razor blade,
a plastic razor.
Dude, you're crazy. But yeah, dude, when the video. So if I'm assuming everyone who's listened has heard about this.
In my mind, I think it's national news. Yeah, because dude, my parents, I think it's all they've been thinking about. I think like if you have a day job, this is like what you think about.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, the murder's still at large.
Well, dude, oh, man, I know that I sound like a fucking parrot or broken record. I mean, but why does anybody watch the news? What's it doing for you? I know everyone's like, oh, you got to stay informed, blah, blah, blah. I was like, on what?
Yeah. On lies? On fake media?
Like, but honestly, like, what do you need to know that they cover in?
I don't know. Funny video. I like funny videos. Someone falling down.
We got them on YouTube.
Yeah.
You can get a comp of those and just fucking filter out all the nonsense.
That's why Gen Z's got it. They got it. They got it right.
That is true.
They filtered all their shit.
We want to streamline the stuff that we like only.
Oh, dude, the idea of them sitting there watching their phone, eating their food, and like coughing and stuff. Do you ever see people try to, like Gen Zers eating their food?
No.
That's a whole thing that pops up on me. But like they'll be out to dinner with their boyfriend, and she'll like take a picture of him, and he's just like sitting there eating his food, looking at his phone. I was like, I feel like such a boomer. I'm like, put your phone down. Your chick's in front of you, bro.
That's weird for anybody.
Okay, so it wasn't just me. It was
no,
like,
that's. I think even Gen
autistic?
Zers would be like, your boyfriend doesn't like you.
Yeah,
like
yeah, maybe that's what it was. Maybe they broke up after that.
Well, dude, I mean, did it look like he was like watching a football game or something?
No, he's probably watching like Cowboy Bebop or some anime shit.
Oh, so he looked like a nerd.
He looked like a nerd. But
in my mind, I'm picturing like an athletic guy, just like looking.
Yeah, he wasn't nerd vibes, but he was definitely skinny.
Yeah, that's pathetic to watch.
Yeah, I was like,
look at your phone. Looking at your phone when you're alone while you're eating is already like that feels pathetic.
I know. I went to the Cafe Lift over the weekend. Guy sat down next to me, just him, and he got his meal and kind of put his headphones on and put his phone up, and I was like, really? Like, you didn't go home, dude.
Yeah, what?
Like, at least just eat your food. I don't know. Maybe sit at the bar first off. There's a bar there you could see he could have sat at.
That, and I just feel like even if I was alone in a fucking like at a picnic bench enjoying my lunch, I feel like just something about eating while you look at your phone is so like,
It's
I don't, maybe we are boomers.
maybe that's where.
I mean, dude, you know, millennials are gonna be like, they're gonna come up with a different name for it that wallops as hard as boomer does, because boomer stings, man. Like,
it does. When did that get created?
Well,
I know
it's only became
baby boom.
derogatory.
Yeah,
like,
but they got a perfect punch there with boomers, because they didn't call themselves boomers. They called themselves baby boomers.
yeah. Anytime I hear the term
Dropping the
boomers or
baby.
baby boomers, I think of that video of those old gay guys. Oh, baby boomers. I love that video, dude. When I first saw that video, I showed it to everyone.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, have you ever seen the old gays?
The four of them.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I love they got it all. I haven't checked in on them in a while.
Yeah,
I hope they're doing.
still alive. Who knows?
We just look at their Instagram
Yeah,
and
it's
it's
like
just like the
rip.
two of the guys like at the gravesite of the other two guys, just like
They kind of got some. They don't have similar vibes. It's just four guys. When I think of four guys, I think of them, or I think of
Fall Out Boy.
Fall Out Boy, where they lost a member, not dead, just retired or something.
They did? Which one?
The tall one. So now they lost their height.
They have a tall member?
The tallest one. The guitarist that's not Patrick Wentz. Or Patrick.
He's the tallest member?
I'm sorry. I just mixed up Patrick, the singer, and Pete Wentz, his name. Patrick Wentz. There you go.
I do.
That's good.
You wouldn't be the first, I'm sure.
Pete.
People probably call them by each other's names constantly.
Patrick Star. No, not Patrick Star. What the hell is his
Patrick
last
Star.
name?
It's Stump.
Stomp. He should change it to Star.
He should change his
and
star.
then just wear the outfit. Yeah. What was the guitarist name that spun around? We love Fall Out Boy here.
I know. I was gonna say I'm embarrassed to say
Yeah.
that I actually do know his name. It's Joe something or other, but
Yeah.
people will tell us in the fucking comments. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. But yeah, I think he took a step down for a minute or forever. I'm not sure. But
Well, for the low price of $2 million a year,
you'll spin around.
I'll fill in on guitar for them.
Yeah.
And you know what, dude? If he wants to come back, I'll step down. I'll ski bit.
As long as the $2 million is clear, that's cool. You got me for a
Yeah.
year for $2 million. Yeah, that's fine.
You think when Tom leaves again that they're gonna ask Matt Skiba to be in the band again,
That'd be so insulting.
or do you think they're just gonna like retire?
They're not gonna retire? They can't. I didn't realize that Mark Hoppus has another band that I didn't know about. It started in 2019. Him and the dude from All Time Low. I have no idea what it's called.
Didn't the all-time low guy get canceled?
That's probably why it's on hiatus.
Ooh.
I don't know. Did the All Time Low guy get canceled?
I don't know. I don't know anything about anything. I just like
Yeah.
any band that I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, they've been a band for a while. I'm like, singer got canceled for sure. Like,
Someone's
no doubt in my mind.
in there. But yeah, if you're that guy, Matt Skiba, what do you do there? They offer you the job back, and you go, check's looking nice.
I guess I wonder what the departure looked like.
True.
Do you think they were like, look, man, it's not personal, but like you have to understand, we're gonna make a ton of money. People are gonna be excited about this.
Yeah.
Or maybe from the beginning they're like, look, man, like we'd love to have you. I think it'll be a cool fit. We're gonna have a ton of fun. But if Tom wants to come back, it's an open door policy. So if he comes back, you have to leave.
Yeah. We can't have four of us. We're a trio.
I mean, I don't know. I guess it is kind of like, but dude, imagine how fun that would be. And I don't even like Matt Skiba. I think
Yeah.
Alkaline Trio sucks. Sorry, everybody. They suck.
You like that one record before?
I like the one
Crimson?
with
Yeah.
and when I say I like that one,
Yeah.
it has 3 songs I like maximum. But that's the best one. The vampire one. That's the best record.
And you need at least 4 or 5 songs.
Dude, the
to
other
be a good
stuff where he
record.
talks about like
It's
he kind of
cloudable.
always talks about being a vampire, I feel like, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It sucks. That band sucks.
Hey, what can you do?
What can you do?
Yeah.
But I just feel like it would be a much cooler look if they were just like, Tom's back. And they were just like a 4-piece.
Oh, and it's Skiba. I don't think Tom's ego, and I'm speaking just out of my ass on here. I feel like he has an ego that couldn't hang with another member.
That's so strange.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're just like we got to be a 3-piece. But a 4-piece would be cool. It'd be a different iteration of the band. But it's weird that Matt Skiba has like songs now. He did two Blink records that people I think kind of fuck with.
That's really crazy.
So they're like, oh, I like this record. It's got Matt singing on it. That will probably never be played again because Tom's not going to sing his songs. He's got more famous songs than Matt Skiba ever had. He's singing
so Blink-182 still sucks, is my understanding. Correct?
Live?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. I know they just had a tour, so I'm sure
feel like
someone's
I've
seen
only
them.
ever heard that they're bad live, and I'm like, that's how you gonna be touring for decades and be bad? You should be the best band of all time.
Yo, I watch a lot of videos pop up on my feed now. This run, they look and they sound pretty good. That's just from what I've seen on the internet. So maybe I'm getting fed the wrong news.
Maybe you're getting doctored footage.
It's like the Mark
The
Tom and
vocals
Travis
are
show.
tuned.
Yeah. Well, they sound good to me. But I definitely at one point I was like, oh, this band sounds bad. It wasn't full. It was sloppy.
I don't think I've ever seen them.
I've only seen them once. As a big fan, I've only seen them once. So how big a fan am I? I wanted to go see them this past summer, but I think it's too expensive. Honestly, outside, no, thank you. There was a lot of red flags for me.
Yeah, where was it? Like Asbury or something?
They did it at the Jersey Shore. I think in Atlantic City. Or was it at Asbury? It was at Jason Fest. I think they headlined that. Yeah. First off, outside. Second of all, on the beach. I hate the beach more than being outside.
Like you like people stood on the beach?
I think that's where they had the stage on the beach. Isn't it awful?
That ain't right.
The more I think about it, was it on the beach? Because then they had to clean up the beach. Like, think about all the trash and
I was going to
shit.
say that people would be burying all kinds of shit. No way they did it on the beach.
I feel like it was on the beach. I could be wrong.
That's disgusting.
Maybe it was next to the beach and you could look out on the beach. I don't know.
Dude,
I
if I was
there,
headlining
obviously.
a festival and I got there and it was on the beach, I'd say, listen,
go.
you're going to need to find me a jetpack to get from here to the stage without me touching sand, or we're not going on.
Where's my segues? And just
Dude, if I was in a band that was the size of Blink-182, I would be pleasant and polite until there's one minor convenience.
And then the Kardashian and you
not by minor convenience, I mean something that's just like, come on, man. Like, do you know how much you're paying us to be here? You can't fucking...
We are the show.
But yeah, I would just be like, I would constantly threaten not to go on. That the power of that seems so awesome.
When rappers have that power, they're just like,
they're not
just ready yet.
They're just known for showing up hours late.
Yeah. And then sometimes not even showing up.
Yeah, then they don't show up.
Lil Wayne and Blink-182 tour. They did a tour together, and Lil Wayne just stopped coming to the shows halfway through.
That's really awesome. That he was just like, this tour sucks, dude. I think I'm. That's a straight up no call, no show, like at a job, which I've done many times, and
but
it is not worth the stress.
Oh my god! Can you imagine? He just didn't come. Like it's like, oh yeah, Lil Wayne's not going to be on the tour anymore. You'd be like, what? He's a co-headliner. What do you mean? That would blow my mind. If
kind of like that band that just bailed on their co-headliner. And
what tour are they going? First off, no, never mind. What tour are they going on that they canceled that tour for?
They didn't say, but now it's like, damn. No matter what it is,
they really shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, they should have known better.
Like, come on.
I mean, people might not realize this.
Yeah.
If you're not in a band, but scheduling conflicts are like constantly a thing. It's like acting.
Yeah, anything, any performance kind of thing.
Yeah,
happens all the time.
And sometimes you commit to something, it gets announced, and then another opportunity comes along, and you're like, wow.
Yep.
That's way better. I wish we would have not said yes to this. But as someone that's burned a lot of bridges and not over this, I will say the thing to do in most cases, especially if you're co-headlining, you just ride it out and you just be like, thank you for the offer. We can't do it because we already are doing this thing. Hit us up in the future. We'd love to be a part of it.
That's a respectable answer.
Dude, we've gone to Europe. We've turned down tours because we had plans to go to Europe, which is my least fucking favorite thing to do. You got to
shows us
keep your
where we
word,
stand.
man.
But one, that band was playing the Union Transfer here. I was like, that band's that big to play the UT.
I think them and Just Friends are like kind of. I don't know anything about that Bearings band. I'll say their name. I don't give a fuck.
There was a different Bearings band growing up, right?
There was a band from New Jersey.
There's like many Bearings.
Yeah,
in my head.
they sucked.
And I was like, is this the same band that
This
got
band probably
popular?
sucks too. No, I don't think so.
I haven't listened
That would
to
be
them.
crazy.
Yeah, they were around for that long. I think they're younger though. I'm assuming, but
They're like 16-year-olds and we're like, these motherfuckers don't know shit about this.
I did see a funny thing on Twitter. Someone posted the Olivia Rodrigo thing and put their name underneath, and I was like, "That's good."
That's pretty awesome.
Like, oh, you guys got the tour, congrats! But man, yeah, the trolls are eating them alive.
You know what, man? If I, you know, it's tough because an Olivia Rodrigo tour, opening a tour like that, could
change your life.
Could change your life. It could also be like an absolute fucking waste of time.
It would have to. So I'm pretty against what they did, but not totally against it because, dude, if the bag was crazy and you're just like,
yo, I bet it's not.
See, if it's not crazy, if it was,
I bet the bag is
if it
not
was
crazy.
the same exact money or like,
I'm
maybe even
willing
a
to
little
bet
more.
the money's worse.
No fucking way am I doing that. Oh, you got an opportunity. Well, you could headlining for a band. It will do better for you than opening slot.
Dude, if you
have the fans.
the bigger the opening act, the more the people that are attending the show do not give a fuck about who's opening it.
They just want to be there.
They want to fucking see Taylor Swift. That's who they came to see.
Yeah.
And the opener, they're going to be like, someone's going to ask them about the show Monday morning, and they're going to be like, oh yeah, some band opened, yeah, I don't know. We didn't really watch. We were like eating mozzarella sticks and getting hammered. Like, so dude, the opportunity thing, the word opportunity makes me fucking sick.
Yeah. But going back to the Blink thing, it does make sense for a band big enough as its turnstile to be direct for them.
Oh, I mean
that worked in some senses. It does work, but
I'm thinking in terms of
Taylor
like
Swift, and you're some like no name hot chick that sings acoustic guitar. They're not gonna remember who you are,
dude. I even just feel like listen. It's not to say that you can't gain fans by opening for other bands. That's obviously not true.
That's how it kind of works.
How it goes. But there are acts, often big acts, that their fans only want to see them.
Yep.
Unless the band opening for them, which is usually like direct support, is another band they want to see.
We just have a few songs.
But if you're just like the opener and you're like, oh, we're gonna play in front of all these new people, they're gonna love it. We're gonna win over. Like we're gonna play in front of fucking 10,000 people.
Yeah. You can play in front of 10,000 seats.
That's not a bad thing, but it's not what you think it is.
Dude, the mozzarella sticks drinking beer is like a perfect description
Dude,
of
that's
what you're
exactly
gonna have.
where, dude.
Or you're running late and they never even got there. Or it's a perfect time to use the bathroom.
Yeah, I mean, if you know the women aren't getting there on time. None of the women are catching your band. You're open for Olivia. I like what we're saying.
Yeah.
They're opening for. I spat all over my mic. I like what we're saying. Opening for Olivia Rodrigo or Taylor Swift, as if that's what it is.
It's definitely not, but it'd be so.
This band is also welcome to come on the podcast and speak their truth.
Yeah, come on the pod. If anyone
I
knows
have
them.
nothing against this band. I think it's probably not something that I would have done, and I definitely. I mean, I know that they had to like make it known they weren't going to be on that tour.
That was like throwing yourself out to the fucking fishes, like to get the piranhas, you know,
dude.
It was, that was a tough. That's a ballsy move.
I gotta assume that they were like,
fuck,
damn, people are gonna hate this, but like we gotta get this out. We gotta take this opportunity.
Yeah, here's how I stand on it. I hope it works out for them, but wild move to just bail. Like I wonder how the other band's feeling too. If I was the Just Friends band in the situation, I'd be like, dude, I don't like you guys anymore. You just left me high and dry.
Yeah, I don't. That's actually not true. I know one person in that band, and I can't wait to ask him next time I see him. But I would think that they're probably more diplomatic people than you or I in that situation. And I think we would have been like, damn, I have hated people for years. I shouldn't say hated. I've held mild grudges with people for years over way less than that.
Yeah, same.
So, dude, if a band did that to us, I would straight up be like,
I'd pass out
for like a full U.S. tour and a week before it started. damn, dude, it would depend on if it was a scary person in the band, then I wouldn't say it. But if it was my
Couple of
peers,
shrimps.
I'd be like, dude, we might have to fight next time we see each other. You fucked me so bad.
Yeah. I mean, I hope the tour does better now. That would be cool.
See,
Change of events kind of like got more notable. Like we're talking about. I would have never talked about this tour in the first place, but maybe more people will come out just because they feel bad for the band. And maybe the band will get even more popular. So
they need to put they need to put up a GoFundMe.
yes, GoFundMe.
Oh, the band we were about to go on tour with, that's how they're gonna remake up that bag, because it's hard to get people to sympathy come out to your shows. Listen, this sounds incredibly rude to say sympathy, but I mean it's just facts are facts.
Yeah.
If you're co-headlining with a band,
Half and half.
the rooms are probably bigger than what they would have played on their own.
Yep.
So they're probably like, damn, now we have to worry about filling these fucking rooms. That's how they fucked them over.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's got to be harder to be like, all right, let's put this out there. Hopefully people will find out about this and show up. I would be like, I would throw that GoFundMe up there and be like, yo, listen.
Why not?
Dude, why not?
What do you got to lose? Nothing. Only so much to gain.
I would make the goal fucking $300,000.
It's not a Kickstarter. It's a GoFundMe, so you get the money.
Is Kickstarter still a thing?
I have no idea, but I know Kickstarter. Well, I found out Kickstarter you don't get the money until it hits the threshold. But GoFundMe, you get the money regardless, right?
Yeah.
You're just GoFunding till you hopefully get to your goal. If you don't,
I think the goal is just to be like,
I might GoFundMe this podcast.
The goal is like a soft, like, please, please, like, not even necessarily in a bad way. It's just like, the higher the number is, the more it's like, damn, they're fucking ruined. Because if it's like $400,
yeah, I'd be like, okay, we can crowdfund this,
dude. I also this is probably not something to talk about. This is probably Patreon shit. And I want to get back to The Prisoner, by the way. I have a lot to say about The Prisoner.
Yes. We still got half the episode.
Where was I?
You were going to say something, but we're going to hold it off for Patreon?
Oh, yeah. I don't have to.
Yeah.
I saw a picture. Retweet the other day from someone that I know retweeted a post that was like, it's like, I'm gonna read it.
It's not the gig etiquette, right?
It's not the gig etiquette.
Gig etiquette was good,
but I will say, okay. So listen, the funny part about this is that it's accompanied with a picture. On its own, I would just be like, oh, and probably keep scrolling. I'll be honest. I can only donate to so many people. Hi, I am a black disabled mom. I'm safe now, but my problem is to pay our rent and food. I know this is so annoying, but I need to raise funds as soon as possible. As you can see, we don't have any food. Please spare any amount. I appreciate your help. With a PayPal link. In the picture accompanied with it, could you describe this picture?
It's a refrigerator, freezer, and refrigerator combo, and the freezer part, it's small too, and the freezer is nothing in there except for ice frozen around the whole thing, and
it's barren.
And yes, nothing in there.
Totally
and the
empty freezer
with two drinks, bottle waters.
A tiny little one and a big one.
And but that's it.
The fact that like I don't think it needed the picture.
Hey, it stopped you from scrolling.
Dude, I stopped me from scrolling because I was like, hold on a second.
Hold up.
They posted their empty fridge. I need to take a screenshot of that. And I did. And I've looked at it multiple times since.
And their link is in the bio.
Their PayPal link is in there. Yeah, we put their PayPal link in the bio, in the description of this show. And listen, I hope this person got everything they needed. But I do think the fridge part is like sort of like you're not like that. That's not evidence if that's what the point is. Like, no matter what, it's sort of like, why did you post this picture? Yes. You could have just taken all the shit out of your freezer. So it's not like
which it looks like if
nobody's freezer no matter how much money you don't have.
Yeah.
Your freezer has like a couple things that have been there for like 3 years.
You're gonna buy a hot pot. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're kind of like, I can't picture anybody like taking the last item out of leaving an empty freezer and being like, oh no,
the food's all gone.
And dude, there have been times where I have nothing to eat at the crib.
Yeah, I get that.
And never once was my fridge barren in the way that is. I just feel like it's like, yo, that makes me question your motives here.
At least leave a little more crumbs in there, not the bottle of waters.
Yeah, maybe leave like, I don't know, like a pack of cheese or something. No one's gonna be like, eat the cheese, bitch. What's the fucking big deal? Even like a pack of hot dogs, you know what I mean? Just like
there's no condiments in there. You telling me there's no ketchup, mustard,
pack of like
pickles,
two loose hot dogs.
Yeah, like I'd get that. Like
the juices just like filling up the other side.
I get that.
I'd be like, oh damn, okay. Either way, though, the picture's
that's good.
The picture is
nice.
Unnecessary addition to the post. But dude, the prisoner, okay?
Back to the prisoner.
Every time I talk to my parents, they're like, more so my mom.
Yeah.
She's a woman, for those that don't know my mom. And she's like, oh, it's just like she kept talking about like being able to get a hold of my sisters and shit. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, well, you know about the prisoner, right? And I'm like, yeah, kind of. Is he like in the area? Even so, like, what's the scary part? And she's like, he killed people. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And he also escaped from prison. The last thing he's going to do is commit a violent act and go straight back.
Yeah, he's trying to lay low.
Yeah,
if anything, you're going to like lift up a trash can. He's going to be hiding in there. You're like, oops.
And he practically was. When they found him, he looked terrible.
He did look terrible.
So it's like,
I'm assuming it's the guy with the Eagles shirt on. Like everyone keeps posting.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, did you see all the cops like posing with him?
Yeah.
Dude, losers.
Yeah. Honestly, I was looking more at the cops. I was like, is this what you guys want out of life? Like,
I don't know what they're proud of. It took them a way long time to find the fucking guy.
Yeah.
And he got out like pretty easily.
I think if I was in prison, his situation's different than the one I'm envisioning in my head. But if I was in prison for long enough and I was working out, I'd climb right up that wall. Easy, no problem.
Yeah.
I mean, he was only in there for a week before he was going to go to a real deal prison. So, but he had to make a choice. And he did. To me, I would have made the same choice. What he's got to lose? Nothing. You're going to prison. There's a chance you're going to leave, but you're probably going to go to prison.
I'm surprised.
Give it a shot.
He got up there and out before anyone took him down.
Yeah. Oh. Like on the roof and jumped off?
Yeah. I mean, I can't believe he got that high.
Yeah. I've only seen the video of him just like, whoop, like going out of the field of view, but I don't know what it was like on the roof. But how hard was it? He had to go over some barbed wires and stuff. So he earned his escape. Everyone loves an escape story, but apparently everyone hates his escape story. Well,
dude, people have this like, I don't know. I feel like such a nerd saying it because it makes me sound like I'm like goth or something. But dude, just like regular day job people, dude, I really just like they make me sick. They really make me sick.
They got not much going on for them as far as fantasy wise or
Look,
like
dude, there's
creative wise.
There's no anything like they. And I'm happy for them because I think that's probably the secret to being happy is to be
normal,
unaware of subculture, I guess. But dude, just the way that the everyday person thinks of a prisoner, especially an escaped prisoner, who is convicted of murder, they're like, that's a bad guy. Which I'm like saying he's a good guy.
There's a lot of bad people out there.
But it's like, yo, I don't want anything bad to happen to the dude. If he gets out and he just like flees to Mexico, I'd fucking wish him the best.
Isn't that? I guess he's kind of just like drawing from anything, like trying to do his best and didn't have a real plan. If I got out, wouldn't you just be like, I got to get out of this area as fast as possible?
Yeah, but
like what happens there?
As soon as he got out, everyone was looking for him.
Oh, so he had to lay low. He couldn't be.
Oh, dude, that's why he was so close. I don't think he could fucking actually leave to go anywhere without being like noticed.
That's the guy. That is also crazy for how many people in the world that you could still be noticed. Because like I can walk down the street now and no one's gonna notice me, but if I'm a convicted criminal, they'd get me. It's crazy. Like I would shave my head.
That's why people kill women.
I guess.
So they kill a bunch of them, and then they're like, "Dude, everybody's gonna know me." I'd like to see me walk down the street without getting recognized now.
Yeah.
I guess it's not just women. You could kill a bunch of young boys like but John Gacy.
I would just like I don't know, steal a car. I was trying to like play this in my head. Like, what would I do? I definitely try to steal a car. Try to get to an airport. Try to like.
Dude, there's no way he's flying anywhere.
No, I'm not flying anywhere. I'm in the stowaway place, not in like a regional airport, like just like a like the
like a
small
like a
little
private airport.
Exactly, and just either holding someone at ransom or just like putting myself in a box and hopefully it gets on a plane and I'm just like somewhere else.
Dude, I think I would.
Because you got to get out of the States. That's what you got to do, right?
Yeah, I would change my appearance as much as I possibly could.
Oh, dude, if you got to Philadelphia, you just float down the Delaware, like.
Oh, but
he was close to the ocean.
You're gonna get recognized.
It's a different type of recognition. Not recognized. Yeah, I wouldn't know him if he came up here. I would recognize him because he'd be like, "Why is that dude's clothes all dirty?" But whatever. I guess he's homeless.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm like a master of disguise. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, dude, you're straight up not even turtle enough for the Turtle Club.
Yeah, I'd get away from. They wouldn't even recognize me, dude.
Yeah,
I'd get away. I'd be where would I be? Cuba? I don't know. Smoking a cigar. I guess the worst part too, if you have nothing lined up, it's like where do you go from there then?
Honestly, from Pennsylvania, I would be like, it would be a fool's errand for me to try to go to Mexico.
The cartel.
I'm not getting there.
Yeah, that's far.
So far.
That's
I'd
far
be like,
as fuck.
I'm going to Canada.
It's 6 hours. Yeah, but I don't know what their jurisdiction. There's a good word. Like, can they bring them back if you find them in Canada? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I feel like U.S.
can.
has a tighter connection with Canada than Mexico. But I do agree. I mean, you probably
you were sticking with the whites.
Yeah. Oh, Canada. Yeah, you might have a better chance of getting to Canada and then trying to leave Canada to go somewhere else. Because you're not leaving the
honestly.
state. You're not going through
I guess the chance of being extradited if you got caught in Canada.
There's a good word.
Likely.
Yeah. But you're right though. It's 6 hours. You better shot at getting there than 20 hours to Mexico.
That's the thing, and I just feel like going north, it just gets more. I mean, not that there's no rural areas south, but like just going north, there's
woods and shit, tree man. Yeah. I guess you really need a plan if you actually escape from jail.
I'm a fan of the guy, just despite everyone that was like, dude. Joey was like telling me that everyone at her work was like, it's all everybody talks about. And when they got caught, she was like, everybody at work is so horny that the guy got caught. And I talked to my mom that morning, and she was also like, she wasn't like celebrating. She was like, oh my God, I'm just like so relieved. I'm like,
about what?
Listen, Mom, I don't want to hurt your feelings or nothing, but like the prisoner is not coming for you.
Yeah. I did hear a funny story though, because he got out and was looking for clothes and stuff, broke into someone's house and someone heard something. So the guy, like, he heard someone downstairs and hit the lights 3 times or a few times. And then I guess he was downstairs and did the lights, flickered the lights downstairs.
That's a really strange move.
That's some horror type shit. That's awesome, dude. That made me laugh.
Yeah, all the stuff surrounding it, like I'm kind of getting it through the filter of my mom because I refuse to look this up myself.
Same. This is all my parents.
But people were thinking he got shot, and then they were like, "Oh, maybe he just got shot at." And I guess the story was that he just like walked into somebody's garage while they were in it and just like grabbed a rifle and left. And I'm like, that doesn't sound true to me.
Yeah. Oh, my rifle's just sitting here. Oh,
Also,
the
like,
garage is open.
the guy saw someone in a garage. He's like, you know what would be unlikely to make me get caught? If I go and I invisible to this person, I invade their home and personal space. I steal a deadly weapon, and I think he'll just let me go just fine.
See, if he came here, he could come on the pod. And these
I wish, man.
These don't come up till
could.
Monday, so he'd already be gone. So it wouldn't be live. We'd be like, no, dude, you can chat.
That
chat.
would be
You're
so
good, dude.
cool.
You're good.
But then fucking Netflix would try to make a documentary. They'd want to talk to us, and I'd be like, I don't want to be in a documentary.
Well, can you do a Southern accent? They'd ask, and you say, well, actually, I can.
All right. Well, I could probably ADR some of the cops if you want. Like, even though the cops around here, they got Southern accents too. Believe it or not, I don't know how they got those.
Yeah, Netflix plants them just in case.
In the burbs, they got in the further burbs, like you go a little more north, they don't really have they have the Southern accent, but like in the immediate suburbs and Philadelphia, they have the worst, like northeast
Philadelphia,
Baltimore, Philadelphia accent.
Yeah, the Baltimore and Philadelphia accent's not too far off from each other. They're like cousins.
It's really, yeah, I do feel like Baltimore is a little
You can tell a difference.
worse.
You can tell a difference, but they're from the same family.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the worst accents you can have, truly.
I'm
As someone who possesses like a
I think
little
the
bit
Boston accent's always hard
Dude,
for me to hear.
See, the
I know
Boston
you like
accent,
the Boston accent.
I like it more than the PA accent.
I love it. I love an Australian accent, even though
Me too. People really don't like
people
them.
don't like them, but I love them.
I think they're great. That's one of the best accents.
Yeah, when that Jem was here, I was like, oh my god, his Australian accent isn't harsh though enough.
No,
as like
his is-
others. It's pretty.
I do notice a lot of people that we met over there
Yeah,
don't have like a traditional Australian accent. Jen being one of them.
yeah.
He has like it's not as abrasive.
Yeah,
as
it's
like
more soothed. It's more smooth sounding. But there's some
You
Australian.
want to go swimming? All right, you got trunks on. Let's go swimming. Like no, I don't feel like any of them sound like that.
No one I friends with in Australia, it sounds like that. I would like a token Australian friend like that. That'd be
know.
fun. Yeah, C word. I'd be like, oh, cool. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I like Australia as
I love it. I was looking.
as a nation.
I looked up. I remember being far as fuck, but I looked up flights today. From here, it takes 20 hours to get there. I was like, Jesus Christ. In my head, I only thought it took like, I don't know, 16.
That's probably from LA.
Yeah. It was
Yeah,
fly
it's
to LA.
far as hell from New York.
It was fly to like West Coast, and then another 16 hours. I was like, Jesus Christ. How did they get speed over here? It's wild. They've been here twice and the 2 times this year already. I'm like, God bless you guys, because I don't know if I could do that flight twice.
You know me, dude. I think just the proposition of doing that much flying in 1 year, I'd be like, guys, listen, I love this music thing. Don't get me wrong.
Speaking of which, we're coming to England. Oh, what was the other? Not the England.
Yeah, we need to get the Austin Powers.
I would love the job, but then YouTube would flag. I guess I'll make my own though.
God
We'll
damn
make
it.
our own. You're coming to the UK, so look at the dates there for Webbed Wing.
Our big debut.
Movements tour. We're gonna be moving with Movements and fuck, I forgot the band's name. Soft Cult.
Soft Cult.
I wanted to call them Soft Kill.
It's tough, dude. There's
It's
a lot of
Soft
that are
Cult.
similar.
They seem dope. I was looking at their Spotify page. Do they not have an LP out? Is it just are they all like an EP singles band? It's kind of got popular.
I don't know.
I don't know much about them. I know they're from Canada, I believe. That's about all I know. And I think Pony has played with them before.
Oh yeah, I think they played some shows.
Yeah,
They,
so-
I think, speak highly of them.
Yeah. So we're coming over there. Just bought the plane tickets, so we're coming. It's happening. It's happening. But that flight's nice because it's only like 7 hours.
That flight I can do all day.
It's a nice because I get a nice little snack. I get a nice little. I get 2.5 movies in. Save another movie for the way back.
That's the thing. The movie selection on planes has gone to absolute shit.
It has gone down, but there's a strike going on. I'll give them a break. COVID, it happens.
No, I think it was pre-strike though.
They planned COVID. They planned.
The last few fucking flights that I've been on have been. Even our one when we went to Outbreak, that selection sucked.
That wasn't great. It wasn't great, but that was right after COVID. So like,
True.
maybe it just didn't get in there. I'm trying to think what good movies came out that would be on a plane now.
Fucking Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle will be on there.
Probably
Fucking,
Avatar's on there. Probably
Black Adam.
Black Adam. I might have to might be a plane movie for me. I got to be in a spot where I can't leave, and I'm just like, well, I'm stuck watching this to watch one of those movies. I'm like, oh, I guess I'll put on Blue Beetle. And it was okay.
I don't think I can.
I'm not watching.
I think. What did I try? Dude, I tried to watch The Flash the other day. The new Flash movie that just came out.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, is that the one with Batman in it? Like,
Yeah.
basically.
I literally didn't make it 5 minutes. And I know that's
Not
unfair to a movie, but it was like, there's no way this I'm going to like this anymore than.
It's too into the multiverse kind of shit.
Well,
It's like,
dude.
come on.
The character of the Flash is like, and listen, I think Ezra Miller, is that Ezra Miller? That's his last name?
That sounds right. It's true.
I know he's a psychopath, and for that reason, I champion him.
Yeah. That's true.
Because it seems actually unhinged.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I feel like that's like, we need a guy like that in Hollywood.
Yeah, they've taken all the crazies out. Bring him
And I
back.
think Ezra Miller might be a they them. So like we really got
We got a
someone fucking
ride.
leading the charge in Hollywood. I like that.
Ezra. What a crazy name, man. How do you... To me, that's a crazy name. Oh, he looks cool. He has long hair here. Huh.
But dude, his character in the movie is like,
Or they do. Sorry, go on.
yeah, their character in the movie.
Yeah.
I don't, he's kind of canceled, so I don't think people care if I
Okay.
misgender.
Disorderly conduct, harassment, grooming of minors. No.
That one's yet to be seen.
If Ashton Kutcher's standing up for that one too, I'm gonna be.
Yo, I think if that was true, that Flash movie would not have come out.
Yeah.
I think, but
he's under some
he
heat.
is psycho. It's kind of dope. Some of the stuff that I read about, I'm like, honestly,
I don't know much about him.
kind of cool. Seems very obnoxious.
Yeah, I'm good.
But unhinged, and I think I like that.
I do like a nice unhinged guy. A guy you don't know their next move. Guy, girl, person, their next move.
Yo,
So
just
Ezra.
like homie from the 1975.
I fuck with him. I like the 1975
Dude,
now.
people get mad at him every week, and I'm always just like,
New podcast just dropped. Oh man,
I like him. I like him now.
I like him more now than I did before.
Yeah, I didn't have any opinion on him before.
Well, I was like, he's kind of like he's a industry plan. He's a pussy, yada yada yada. And then like all this shit happened. I'm like, oh, he actually seems like someone I would want to hang out with.
Yeah, once he started checking IDs from the stage
Yeah.
and making out with chicks in the audience, I was like, this guy's fucking dope. This guy's dope, man.
He's cool, but in a safe way.
Just like I know he's gonna get yelled at online, like,
Yeah.
for a straight week for doing this, and he was just consistently doing it.
he
And I was
stopped
like,
doing that, right? Like
probably.
I feel like he
yeah,
just
they're not
did-
on tour.
Oh, true. I think it's cool that he.
Then he started kissing his own band members,
Yeah. Oh, he kissed Tom DeLonge.
which I was like, ugh,
Yeah. No, thank you.
yuck.
Yeah. Did you see that video of him trying to kiss Tom?
Trying?
Yeah. Tom was like watching them and he like went over to him and tried to kiss him and Tom's like, whoa, dude. Like on the cheek, I think.
Tom DeLonge,
Tom DeLonge
homophobe. Who knew?
believes in aliens and not same sex marriage. The opposite of same sex. What's that?
Well, aliens, I don't think they really.
Yeah, they don't exist.
Aliens are homophobic. Yo, I know we talked about this on Patreon,
Yeah.
but the more they expose about what they know about aliens, the more I'm like, aliens don't exist,
Neil deGrasse Tyson's got something.
dude. I'm becoming
Yeah.
team Neil.
Yeah. Or they're just not showing us the real deal and they're just giving what we want. They're just
Dude.
like leading us on down a different road.
The shit they showed us is like that's like carved out of wood or something. Like, what do you think?
The Bigfoot video. Did you ever see that like stabilized?
The like famous one where he turns and looks at the camera.
Yeah, like he's like walking through. Did you ever watch it? Like they stabilize it.
No.
It's so just like this is obviously a person. Like it's not scary at all.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that one. It is funny that that's like the picture because
Yeah.
that one's has been debunked for a while.
Mhm.
But
That's what they're feeding us. Same type of shit. Same.
I'm just like, dude,
Get better.
you couldn't have hired like a fucking movie studio to make you a alien that you would have posted a picture of, and society would have been like, oh fuck.
I would have sold them a. Oh, I guess we don't have that anymore. The alien head we had for the one music video.
That would have looked so much better.
Yeah, grease that sucker up. You're good to go. It would look like a real alien.
We did grease it up. It was gross.
Yeah, it was gross. I watched that video the other day. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. It was a good video.
Pretty good video. I don't really love that song, but
Yeah, good video. Yeah, it's a good
Um,
song. But yeah, it's neither here nor there. But yeah, I like that video. But yeah, they should have taken the character from us to have as their mascot. Matt could have dressed up.
I'm
as
just so confused. Like, who's that fucking? Actually, I'm really surprised at the amount of people that I saw like posting about it, like as if it was like, damn, this is crazy.
it. You believe this shit?
But I was like, yo, guys,
Stop posting about this. Let's go back to posting about the escapee. That's what I really want to hear
Dude.
about. So where did you end up with that? Like, I'm trying to think where that ended up. They found him. Any other story? Anything else crazy from that?
not that I know of, but like people were psyched. Like, it's weird to me how into like catching bad guys people are. That's such an odd idea to me.
That's what Batman's into.
Yeah, I know, but that's
That's Batman. Batman.
let him worry about that. He doesn't need no fucking cheerleaders. That's why he like creeps around the shadows, man. He's trying. He doesn't want fans.
That's a good mysterious.
He wants the job to be thankless. Maybe not. I mean, they do have a bat signal, so everybody knows when his ass is out.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to be seen. He wants to be hidden. I get that. That's cool.
But the bat signal becomes a deterrent for the crooks. That's what they say in the Batman.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I guess that guy's caught. I'm curious. I guess he won't escape again, but it'd be kind of funny if he did escape again.
Dude, if he escapes again, I'll give him a ride.
Imagine it's just the same thing. Like, guy got away again. Like, what the hell is happening here?
I mean, dude,
the suburbs can't handle it. I don't think they could. I don't think he's allowed to escape.
People would literally go into like lockdown if that happened. Yo, people were acting like he was like wearing an impenetrable suit, just like walking the main streets of the suburbs, just like firing off a missile launcher. Like, yo, guys, he's like hidden.
Also, he's like this tall.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you don't have to be worried about him. He's not going to have anything.
You guys might want to take advantage of this and get him do a little gardening or something for you.
Yeah, the trash could be taken out, actually.
Yeah, it'll be making your backyard looking real nice.
Yeah. Don't ask any questions, then you won't be in trouble. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you...
That's the thing. If
think
you
he might
fucking
be the
threw a
murderer?
straw hat on, dude.
How did I know he was a murderer? I just thought he was a guy looking for a job, and I gave him a job.
You know what, dude? That's the way that you should approach every interaction.
Yes. I would have hired him for the day.
Saying like, you know,
cheap labor.
why would I assume this guy's a fucking serial murderer that just escaped prison?
Yeah. I would give him $10 and mow my lawn.
$10.
That's the kind of...
Just $10, huh?
Just $10. I take advantage of a situation. Don't get me wrong. I at least pay the guy.
I can mow my own lawn. He's like, yeah, I'm fucking.
I'd be like $10 and don't steal a lawnmower, and we're good. All right, you won't go far. We'll run out of gas.
I'll say that'd be so awesome. I was try to steal someone's driving lawnmower.
You'd be like, can you believe this guy only offered me $10? I'm definitely stealing his lawnmower. Just gone. But yeah, I guess he's not escaping. They probably have him in custody. So all that's listening that aren't aware of the situation, maybe you don't have parents, maybe you only get your news from YouTube. You don't have to worry about a guy coming to your neighborhood, especially if you don't live in the neighborhood, because he didn't get too far. I don't even think he got outside of Westchester.
Like, I'm sure people would disagree with me on this,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't consider something like this something that needs to be on the news.
They got nothing else.
Well, people could argue like, hey, this is the kind of thing that I would like the news to tell me if there's an escaped murderer on the loose close to where I live. Like, I feel like I should know that.
Yeah.
Which that's fair. But I'm also kind of like, I think just find them. Maybe just find them.
Just find him. We don't need to make a big thing of it.
I just feel like that's gets everybody. I mean, it's what they want, dude. They want you guys to be.
They want the story.
Scared.
That's crazy. They need to make a story about that.
That's the thing. There's so many like parts of aspects I've heard of them. Like, how would anybody know that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the garage and the shooting. I'm like, that sounds like hooey to me. It sounds like a guy like wanted to have fired off his gun in his garage accidentally. I was like, I saw the prisoner. He came in here, just walked right in here, took my rifle. The audacity. He did. He looked me right in my eye.
Hey, it worked, I guess. Everyone believed him.
I guess.
Maybe he just wants to be on the true crime documentary about it. It's like, I gotta get on TV. It's my 15-minute of fame.
Dude. I love documentaries, and I think it's because, like, yo, did you ever watch do you know anything about I forgot their name. The guy that killed his wife and 2 daughters.
Oh,
this was like not.
I feel like that happens a lot. No,
it
guy
does.
Killed his wife and 2
but it was
daughters.
like he was like did it so poorly. Basically, he got a new girlfriend and was like,
"Old wife's got to go."
Well, dude. So I'm pretty sure probably more than one documentary about this. But dude, the wife is a nightmare. The whole time. I feel like, yo, the fact that he killed his kids is really fucked up.
Bad.
The fact that he killed his wife is like almost like, yo, I can't believe he made it that long. Like, dude, she like lives on Facebook. Like,
Oh.
so the whole documentary is like
Yeah.
videos of her that she took on her phone. The whole like how many videos, and it's just like all shit that's like, oh, this is what we do. Like she's trying to be like a mom influencer, I guess. But it's like pathetic. And she's like just like just cool, normal ass person. The kind of person I hate. But she's mean to her husband. It's so fucking funny. But the whole time I was like, I feel like most documentaries are I'm like, I'm having a hard time empathizing with this victim. Like I don't wish that they got killed, but man, I don't feel
if they
I don't
did,
like
I
them.
wouldn't have
I don't
shown it
like
to-
them.
Yeah. I wouldn't be friends with them. No, I should watch that. It sounds funny.
Dude.
I don't know if I can get through it though.
It's like it's not a series. It's like
just a
one
one-off.
out, maybe hour and
I
a
like
half
to get
long.
invested though sometimes. I like when it's
Oh,
like,
dude.
oh, I gotta watch the next episode.
Anytime I see it's a one-off, I'm like,
Like,
man,
do I
I'll
really
watch
need
it,
to watch
man.
it? Yeah.
I love a limited series.
Yeah, it leaves you hanging at the end of the episode. You're like, oh, gotta see the next one.
Dude, or when it's just like something happens like more in real time and they're like season 2 coming. It's like, yes. Imagine if this was just fucking one movie. They'd be like, what are they gonna make a sequel? I guess they do that, but
I'm still waiting for Jeffrey Epstein, a good documentary about an Epstein, the murder.
dude, they're never gonna put that on Netflix.
That's what I want. That's what I want.
See, I don't know. Maybe they will. They have like so much stuff that's like conspiracy against the government. And I'm like,
Yeah, how?
you gotta be in like close contact
right?
or cahoots with these people. So it's weird that you just like, dude, there's multiple documentaries or they're documentaries too, but there's multiple like series about the Sackler family and like Purdue Pharma and like the OxyContin and the opioid epidemic and stuff. And I'm like, these motherfuckers probably are like affiliated with Hulu or something.
Yeah, right?
You know, I'm like, how many degrees away from these people are you?
They
guys
probably have the
really?
same parties.
Oh yeah, they're
Definitely
definitely like
pictures of
fucking
them.
kids
Yeah,
and
yeah,
drinking
yeah.
baby blood and shit at the Clinton crime family HQ
family the reunion.
at Comet Ping Pong.
Oh yes. That would suck to work there. That'd be annoying. Everyone asking about that.
When we were like, we showed up early because we
Yeah.
played there, and I was just like walking in to see what the deal was,
Yeah.
and everyone there was like, "What's this guy doing?" Because I was just walking in, like, sort of looking around.
Where's the basement? We technically kind of were in a basement because behind the stage it kind of goes down.
It does. Oh, that is true. That is true.
Maybe that's the basement.
We were in the basement, and there was
only 2 kids.
There's only 2 kids, and we weren't even allowed to touch them. They did give us free pizza though. So
The pizza was good.
The pizza was good.
I actually like playing their show. The show ended up being fine. I would play there again. It was
they did. I was worried for sure because they were. First of all, when was this? Last
year and a half ago.
I don't know. They checked our Vax cards. And I was like,
Yeah.
we're still doing this. We're still doing
Yeah,
this?
I'm Republican now. What are you doing, dude? Speaking of which, I watched. Do you watch a Shane Gillis stand-up special?
Yeah, I actually watched it twice.
Dude, I thought it was so funny.
It's awesome. He's our guy. He's our guy. He's
I'm
our
so glad
Philadelphia
you
hero.
love it, dude. Dude, I saw the clip online of him saying like, I started getting into World War II, and that's early onset Republican, and
Yeah.
I was like, dude, that is a good line.
It's true.
And I just put it on right away. Laurie was next to me. She didn't love it. She didn't care or anything, but I was literally cracking up the whole time.
Yeah, Sam. The second time I watched it, 'cause I was like, oh yeah, you might think this is funny, and we watch it, and I think she thought it was funny,
Yeah.
but she wasn't as like interested.
I was like, this was tailor made for me. Like, this is amazing.
Dude. Yeah, because he's a guy with like liberal, I guess, principles. I don't
Yeah.
want to make them sound like they're firmer. I don't want to speak for the man or anything.
Yeah.
But he's obviously like more of a liberal guy, but he's just like certain stuff is like the rest of us, just like, what are we doing here? We can laugh about this.
Also, like how much he says "dude" and just like talks with his hands. I'm like, I know this. I feel like I think I know this guy. I'm
Dude,
like, dude. I'm like, dude. So if you haven't watched a Shane Gillis special out there, I'm rooting for him. I'll plug it on her.
Dude,
Small
that's our
little
guy.
pod. Dude, that's our guy.
We're Team Shane Gillis.
Yes.
We don't fuck with SNL, dude.
Do all the Chinese accents you want, I guess. All right, you didn't really.
Honestly, that's how I feel.
But yeah, I wanted to ask if you saw that because I've talked to a few other of our friends who are like, dude, so funny.
Dude,
Everyone
you should
loves
watch the Big J Okerson special on
Will
YouTube.
do. Will do.
Dude,
I love
him.
when I
he's
stand
another.
up.
He's another Philly guy.
I love it. I love the stand up.
I love him.
Whew. Well, this was a great hour, everyone. I don't know. You know what to buy and what to look for.
You know what
us.
to buy.
There's shows happening, so tap in and that's all.
Subscribe to the shit.
Subscribe. Yeah, we got sub.
Sub.
I know we got watchers on here.
Get the Patreon because we have
Regular.
We've been doing the Patreon for most of the length of the podcast, so there's pretty much double the episodes.
Hitting 100 on there.
Dude,
we're almost at the 100.
There's almost 100 extra episodes
wild.
if you haven't partooken in the.
Yeah. So hop on there, patreon.com/quit your band while I still can. If you don't have $5, I feel bad for you, son. Yeah. But subscribe to this. It's free. But
if you don't have $5 and you're taking pictures of your empty fridge and posting a.
We'll get that lady the free membership.
Yeah, if you're that lady, I'll let you do the Patreon for free. You can have access to anything you want. I mean that. That's a genuine offer.
But yeah, we'll see everyone on the Patreon on Thursday.
Yes.
Bye.